The super safe equipment is ideal in allowing competition participants to express their karate techniques more freely while still giving ample protection to the body and face without losing the essence of hard contact and well-executed techniques.
We say it's control contact, but of course you can execute your as strong as possible. You can, as fast as possible, you can execute your technique. You can throw the punching, kicking, strike. But main things, every technique you must pull back after strike. That's the differences. Yes.
A solemn moment and a fitting beginning as Sensei Soli Said performs a traditional taiko drum, marking the opening ceremony in Johannesburg of the first African Koshiki Karate Championships. With the preliminaries in full action, there was no fooling about as each competitor had to qualify to go through to the finals, providing some spectacular karate action for our audience. Jumping right into the final for the men's kumite under 63.5 kilogram division, it's Temba Nkosi Skosana up against Nkladafeng Mpete. Temba Nkosi in the red and Nkladafeng in the white helmet. Now with the super safe equipment on, these guys really don't have to hold back. Mpete taken down to the mat, and Temba Nkosi Skosana getting the early victory there. A rare honor to receive the rewards from his sensei. Up next, Raquel Jones from South Africa up against Ndimba Viwe from Mozambique. Jones in the red helmet, Viwe in the white. Raquel Jones, very spirited fighter, getting the early point. Both ladies putting that super safe equipment to the test. But ultimately, it was Raquel Jones who came out the victor. So how significant is this African Koshiki Karate event?
This is the first African Koshiki Karate Federation event. It is to introduce the new organization into the continent and also to show the new form of competition, which uses safety equipment, super safe equipment it's called. So that means we want to actually protect the athletes first before we do anything else. And also this is to show that the sport of karate can go to the Olympics and also be safe and enjoyable.
This system has not been ever seen in Southern Africa, so we now want to develop it as much as possible across the country and hopefully even across the continent as time goes on.
All the way from Mali, Senegal, Congo and Gabon with the rules of competition.
Zone. Power Combat Zone.
Power Combat Zone is proudly brought to you by Bull Brand, Oja Karate Equipment, and World Koshiki Karate Federation of South Africa. Coming up, top quality professional boxing from Johannesburg. The 2008 Oja Cup South African Karate Championships. The first African Koshiki Karate Federation event. And no-nonsense firearms combat amok style.
Power Combat Zone. Power Combat Feature.
Welcome to the Turpentine Racecourse in Johannesburg for another Bull Brand boxing extravaganza. First up in our lightweight bout, taking place over 6 rounds, Jason Bierman, Maxwell Mpofana. Jason definitely a pressure fighter, putting on the pressure very early on. Still a young man, 19 years old, filled with promise. Maxwell a very experienced fighter, biding his time. He'll provide a very good test for young Jason, looking very keen, very focused, very fast left jab. Oh, crashing in with a nice overhand right, working the body. Certainly has Maxwell up on the ropes. That straight right gets through, wakes Maxwell up a little bit. He's going to need a lot more aggression if he's going to meet Jason toe-to-toe. Young Jason Bierman piling on the points now. Really looking for that clean shot, trying to expose Maxwell's jaw. Happy to go down. There, Maxwell's turned the tables. That's how he works out of a corner. Jason showing a lot of maturity for a young fighter. Getting Maxwell caught up, bound up in the corner. Manages to work himself out. Very straight, clean, crisp punches. One has to think it's a matter of time, although Maxwell showing signs of fatigue. Not much damage being done. Jason's face a little bit red, showing a few marks there. And again, the fighters clinching up. No one able to find their mark. Oh, and a nice uppercut sneaks through for Maxwell. Now seems to be finding a bit of momentum. Now we move into our third round. Maxwell's legs looking a lot looser now, but Jason's still the aggressor. Looking for that one clean punch. Pushing Maxwell back again into the corner with that crisp left jab. Oh, and again, the tables have been turned. He's got to be careful of exposing that jaw to an uppercut. Been caught once early on. Again, Maxwell's looking for that space, looking to open him up a little bit. None of those punches very effective. Both fighters needing a little bit of a break. Again, Jason piles on the pressure. Now showing that physicality, upping the tempo a little bit, pile driving with that right.